Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and today we will be going over all of the math and details for the upcoming Pride Inferno milestone event starting on Wednesday at store reset time, which is going to include the second large Dazzler event item, because you know you need all these things to funnel into that main milestone. And we'll also be checking out where we are with that now in terms of total score for the month so far. There is some additional details here though, and some extra tips to get you where you need to be, so strap in, and if you're ready to go, then let's go take this event and boil it down. And very quickly, before we get to the spreadsheets, I do want to refer back to this blog post here from Friday. I want to say that all of that, before I do anything, I'm going to do this every single time there is a math-related video, that everything is subject to change. And I say this because I've already found some problems with the blog post with regards to some of the data in here in terms of what they've given us, and they've actually contradicted themselves, and I'll show you that here. But, you know, as they've stated in previous blogs, that's the case, and if things are not as they appear from this video when it goes live on Wednesday, I hope it doesn't, but, you know, that's not my fault. So this event is going to be for the Nico costume, which I've already complained about how I think it's terrible. I also think, frankly, you know, I'm not going to go into huge detail here because I want to break down that math for you, of course. But I think this event is pretty insulting. I think that the fact that they're basically referring to a sex act or a sexual position with the 69 points, I think it's very immature, and I think it's just a bit offensive here. That being said, they've actually doubled down with that as well, with the 69,000 pink phase bits that you get in total in this event as well. So you get 9k here, and then you get 15k. 4 times at the different milestone points. And what they had wrong here is, if you see the final phase bits here is 414,700. They say down below here that to get Nico's costume you need 300, milestone 24, which is 371,700. Milestone 24 is actually 345,000. So I don't know if that means that that's where you're gonna get it, not 371,000. And you get 15,000 phase bits there. So I don't know what this extra 15,000 phase bits are, if you don't need it for the costume or not. If it's just extra carry it over for costume credits, I'm not really sure here. So that's a little bit uncertain there, but I have all the information that you're going to need in order to max the milestone node anyways, for what it's worth. And we'll talk about that as well. As far as this, there's a second web milestone that's going to be starting on Wednesday as well. This could be a few hours late, because lately we've been getting these web milestones that have been starting like 3 or 4 hours late since the Wong milestone, I think, from a while back. So do consider that, I guess, you know, that these web milestones don't always necessarily start at the store reset time. This is going to be an entirely BLITZ web milestone, and you're getting Pride Orb fragments for that and some other stuff. You're getting some teal catalyst stuff. You're getting some ABCs, orange stuff, and a lot of Pride Orb fragments. We're going to talk about that when we get to the math. That actually, I don't think that this milestone is all that important in terms of how it's going to funnel back into the Pride Inferno milestone. I think it's a little bit messed up, to be honest. So let's jump on over there. So we've covered all of that. And of course, some of the characters that you're going to need for this event, for the blitzing, is up-and-comer characters. This is the list here. We originally thought it was for Pocket Dimension as well, but that got canceled, so who knows there. But we have the extra points here that you're going to get for having the higher gear tier for these characters. You might not have it for all of them. You might have it for some of them. We'll talk about that as well. So let's jump on over to the spreadsheet. First of all, I want to talk about the update to the Roland Rebel for this month of June. So I did update that. Some people let me know that I had this backwards. So the Gemstone Earrings from Victory Blueprint Week 1, which is just finishing up, is 6,000 points. We have the Glamour Skates, which is going to be for Pride Inferno. This is the Nico Minoru costume event. That's going to be 8,000 points there. And then we have the upcoming Ace of Raids Gambit thing, milestone, whatever that's going to be, for 10,000 points there. And of course, all the information is here for this. You know that. And what I wanted to add in here, what I have added in here is some of the stuff that we've had so far. So we've had that 1 core offer from June the 3rd, 1 core offer from June the 4th. I'm pretty sure we haven't had any since. I'm recording this on June the 7th. So I don't think that there has been any. So what I have done, and you know, excuse these things, these dates, these are just because like where we had them in May, and I'm just wondering if any of these happen again around the same time. But I didn't add them in. So I've added in all of these things, and these are the points that we know so far, that they're known that we're going to have again. We have the coordinated assault, which is ongoing right now. We're going to get a second of that later in June. And I've added all of this up so far, and we get 45,500 points, which is pretty good. That's actually 4,500 points roughly away from the final milestone. Now, what we're missing, we never had that 1 to 300 random mail from May that we had in the beginning, and you know, it depends on whether or not we're going to be getting as many 1 core offers. We're also kind of missing a lot of stuff here in week 4. We don't really have much known, and I think that's because we have a patch upcoming, so maybe there might be something in here for week 4 other than the quick rumble. That's all we know so far to bridge the gap here for that, to get us to that final milestone. Good news is, though, is that that should be enough points just to get the 4-star 4 Dazzler, if you care about that, you know, free to play. And so as long as you clear all of this stuff, all of the disco balls in that as much as you can, you maximize every single event, then you'll at least get a 4-star Dazzler. Whether or not you're going to get that final milestone, that remains to be seen yet. Just wanted to update that very quickly before we roll over to the Pride Inferno milestone. So this is a 7-day milestone that's solo. The total milestone points required for this event is 622,000. You get 1,302 disco balls, but you also get the glamour skates, which is going to be worth about 8,000 on top of that. In order to get all of the disco balls, you need 518,000 milestone points. To get the costume, I think is 414,000, but you know, there's 2 different milestones there with the 15,000 bits, so I'm not sure if you need all of the 69,000 pink phase bits. Once again, I don't like the fact that they've doubled down with that, but hey-oh. And then the Glamour Skates milestone points is at 466,000. So when we're considering some things below, I've considered the Glamour Skates because I think this is the most important thing you want to do, and that's about 75% the way through the total milestone. So, you know, if you have to do anything, I would just try to aim for this 466k, because getting those 8,000 points are going to be super important. So once again, when you spend 1 campaign energy, you get 69 points towards that milestone, and then you also get a Pride Orb fragment for 1 energy, which gets you 1 point. So in total, 1 energy gets you 70 points, okay? So this is an entirely campaign energy spending event. And there's a little bit, there's some blitzing on top that we'll talk about here. So the energy required to spend if you want to max the milestone without the blitzing involved is going to be 8,886, or equivalent to 1,269 daily. That's quite a bit. That actually goes above and beyond like what you would typically core for, so we'll talk about that down below. If you want to get all the disco balls, and that's just the 518,000, then you need to spend 1,058 daily. So this is kind of the best case scenario. We'll see as we get to the blitz stuff that doesn't really funnel too much in to that. So free to play energy, this is all the stuff that you can get for your energy. So this is about 1,108. If you do 4 core refreshes daily, you get the 100 from the web milestone, you do your free refreshes and all your time-based energy. That gets you 1,108. So as you can see, that's more than enough for the 1058 that you need for the disco balls, but it's short of what you need to get to max of the milestone, and that requires an extra 200 cores daily, right? You're gonna have to do 2 more refreshes on top of that, which would change this from 200 cores to 400 cores daily. So for that reason, I don't personally think it's worth it for the extra stuff that you're getting from, say, the difference between 518,000 and 622,000. We can double back on the on here, and what are you getting? These 2 extra milestones. You're getting 50 gold promo credits, some teal catalyst stuff that I personally don't think is really that important, and you get a little bit of gold. So there's 1.75 million gold that you'll be missing out. But for those amount of cores that you're going to have to do, an extra 200 for 7 days, that's 1,400 cores for this. It's entirely up to you. If you feel that's worth it, you know, because we're still kind of on the back of the Phantom X event, then, you know, be my guest. But I don't personally think I'll be doing it. 50 gold promos is cool, but my cores are kind of valuable, so I don't think I'm going to do it. But if you do want to push for it, then here's what you can do for that, right? And then I want to talk about the Rising Stars milestone, the web milestone, and the Blitz component of that, and why this is kind of weird. So in total, it requires 15,000 milestone points, but you get 10,000 Pride Orb fragments. Correct me if I'm wrong down below, if I added this up wrong, which is equivalent to about 5 orbs. So, if you remember back up here, you get 1 point per Pride Orb fragment, which suggests that you're getting 10,000 points for clearing this milestone because there's no additional milestone points that funnel in other than that, right? And that only represents 2% of the entire, 622k. So that's almost like nothing as far as the points for this milestone goes. So I don't really know what's going on here. You get 5 orbs. I don't know what's going to be inside of these orbs, if these are going to be like a super massive, amazing orb that's going to have like the best characters, and that might, like why I want to finish this Blitz thing. So essentially the 10,000 orb fragments are valued at 145 energy because you're getting so much. Like, again, unless there's something wrong with the blog that we haven't been told, it just doesn't seem to really add up, right? Because you're getting 1 point per Pride Orb fragment, 69 per campaign energy, and so the difference is just out of whack in my opinion. You're getting 9 points for a Blitz or Blitz Sim win. It's actually the same, so there's no reason you shouldn't be Blitz Simming. And then you get these additional points for using up-and-comer characters. And because of that, because I don't know where people have their characters, there's 20 of them, I don't know where they have their gears, I can't assume that you're going to do that. So we've just taken that value of 9. And so if you take the 15,000 and you divide it by the 9 points, you're getting 1,667 Blitz Sim wins required. And you divide that by 7 for the days, that's 238 Blitz Sim wins daily. Now, if you're doing rotations of like 35 wins at least, then that's going to be about 6.8 7 rotations if you want to round up, right? Per day to do this. Now, that's if you don't have the up-and-comer characters. Now, if you do have some of the up-and-comer characters, at higher gear tier, there's some examples here. So if you have like 5 characters at gear tier 15 from the up-and-comer list, then you're going to get 74 points. And that's equivalent to about 8 Blitz wins, which is quite a bit. So if you were to take, say, 2 groups of 5 that were at gear tier 15, and you just spam Blitz charges on them instead of other characters, then you're going to get, a fair chunk of extra, points towards that. If you spent, say, the 25, 25, 25, and then 25, 25, 25 again on another set of up-and-comer characters, then that's like, 6 times 74 there, and so that's a lot of additional points daily. But still, if you don't have that, it's going to be a lot of blitzing. And is it worth it? Like, I don't know, because it's... if there's something missing, then yes, maybe. It just feels that these points don't add up, because, we can double back once again to this, and... they're here, right? Like, I've added up all the Pride Orb fragments. That I'm pretty sure that's 10,000. And once again, back up here, it says you're getting 1 point, right? Like, they haven't updated this again. So unless this changes, like, in-game, and, again, subject to change, right? One other thing I do want to mention is that the Nico costume won't be in-game. They mentioned it somewhere here, that it won't be in the store until the end of the event. I don't remember where that was posted here. Yeah, please note that Nico's costume won't be viewable or purchasable until version 6.2, which will occur soon after the end of the event, which suggests that we're going to have a patch on Tuesday the 14th or Wednesday the 15th, something like that. So keep that in mind. Again, I don't know. So if this is it, then it makes it sound like you don't need to blitz, or you don't have to care about it, really. Like I said, unless the Pride Orb has like 20 plus shards for a character, and there's a reason that I want to complete this milestone. Otherwise, it almost seems like 98%, because this is only valued at 2%, 98% of this milestone is going to be through your energy spending. Who knows? Maybe I will spend a little bit of energy. It depends on how I end it with my Phantom X. I don't really care much about Phantom X, but I think you really need to sort of consider your core spending, because there's been a lot of reasons for us to spend cores lately, a lot of campaign energy related milestones, and sometimes it's just important to conserve your cores on a daily basis. Anyway, so you guys decide exactly how much you're going to be spending for this event. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you going to be doing the 200 cores daily? Are you going to be doing 400 cores daily to max it out? Let me know. These spreadsheets and this table is going to be on my Discord. I'll also have this in the description down below if you want to share it around with your alliance. So hopefully this was helpful. We'll find out otherwise if I need to do an update later on Wednesday after store reset time, if there was something different than what we have here. But otherwise, I hope this helps. And until next time, everyone, stay safe and healthy, and I will see you all later. Boilon signing out.